Hello whiskey lovers and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. I'm here in Germany enjoying a wee bit of a Star Wars convention, Rebel Con. And one of my German friends just put this beautiful patch in my hands, EwokLover.be. He's a bit of an autograph collector, but it's got Ewoks on it, so we might as well use it just to put on our glass, right? Anyway, we're here not to talk about Star Wars, but to talk about whiskey. And in this case, I would like to tell you a little bit more about Cadenhead. It is one of the independent bottlers in Scotland, one of the oldest, and one of the few that is still independently owned. Now recently my friend Mark Watt joined the company, and under his impulse they released a new series phasing out the Duties and coming to this one, the black labelled dumpy bottle style. So it's a bit of a retro look. It goes back to the 60s, 70s of last century, and they've released quite a few, not only in these dumpy bottles but also in those small rectangular bottles with a beautiful Highland Park, a magnificent Glenlivet and a couple more. But we are going to try one of the first releases. This is an Auchentoshan from 1999. It's a 14-year-old and it is bottled at drinking strength of 46% ABV. Now I admit, I always come back to Auchentoshan, don't I? I know, most of my ramblings are in fact about Auchentoshan, but then I am the Toshan man. Auchentoshan is my favourite distillery. So whenever they release a bottle, I have to try it. So this one, from Cadenhead, a company that was founded in 1842 already, is a bright, well it's straw to sunlight in colour actually. It's got not too thick a body, but well, let's call it a medium body. This Auchentoshan is, like I said, 14 years old and bottled at 46%, and it is clearly a whiskey that matured on a bourbon hogshead. On the nose. Oh, very sweet. Immediately very sweet. Very delicate, and clearly, this is clearly Auchentoshan. If you had presented this to me blind, I would have, this is 100% Auchentoshan style. Very close to the distillery character. So I got some lime, some gooseberries in there. There's a lot of vanilla as well, and I do get a hint of coconut and some icing sugar. But there's also something a lot sweeter in there as well, and that is, I can only compare it to those hard candies, like the jelly beans, you know, jelly beans, those hard candies. This is what I'm getting on the nose. It's a beautiful nose, I like it. It's very sweet, it's typical for aperitif style whiskey, very light, very easy accessible, not too demanding, but that's how I like my aperitif style whiskies. On the palate then. Well, it is a bit oily, not very oily, but still medium bodied, bit oily. It's a bit punchy at first. I do get some white pepper, some ginger, maybe even some licorice. But then immediately the fruit kicks in. And besides the lime and the gooseberries, I even get a hint of white grapefruits, maybe even some peach or dried pineapple, but just a touch. It is a lot spicier than on the nose though. The finish. Finish, while rather short, to be completely honest, while the finish is rather short, it does give one extra burst of white pepper. It's the finish that gives it a spicy edge, and that makes it a very nice, though easy and very accessible whiskey. It makes it a very nice Auchentoshan in general, and it's very friendly priced. 14-year-old from 1999, just bottled here in August 2013, so it's very new to the market. You should still be able to find it, and it is well worth seeking out. This is a typical Auchentoshan and a beautiful aperitif style whiskey. And that is it for this Whiskey Rambling. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. Until then, may the malt be with you.